Hi, it's Susan Newman, aka Suzy Brandtastic, and we're here at the Mod Cup warehouse in Jersey City with Gary Van Miert and Malcolm Marsden from the Sensational Country Blues Wonders. So my first question to you guys is if you could describe your style of music to our listeners.
Oh, we play country music, guitar-based country music, rockabilly, rock and roll, gospel, blues. It sounds like a lot of different genres, but we work in a period where you really couldn't tell the difference between all of those. Very little. I don't think there's anything that we do that's older, that's newer than 1955. So we're a roots organization, and we play some very traditional but lively electric guitar music.
And we're influenced by a lot of artists from the 20s and the 30s. And back in that era, you had the blues musicians playing with the country musicians, the black musicians playing with the white musicians. So if you listen to that music, the country music of that era sounds very bluesy, and the blues music has a country feel to it. So we're basically carrying on that tradition of mixing all these great musics because they're all of a piece.
And so how did the two of you get together, and how did you know it was going to be a really good fit?
Well, I met Malcolm at an open mic here in Jersey City at Dorian's, run by a group called Play Musician, and we didn't know it was going to be great. We just started talking to each other, and we found we had a lot in common musically, and we gave it a shot. We started playing at some open mics in Jersey City, and it really gelled from there.
Fantastic. So tell us a little bit about some of the places where you play, and and I know that you play around the New York and the New Jersey area. And so do you select different types of music depending on where you're going to be playing and why?
No. We are what we are. We play what we play, and
and we play for whoever will have us.
That's right.
We played traditional venues, bars, cafes. We've also played chili cook-offs, motorcycle and auto shows, lumber yards,
cemeteries.
Yes.
Wow.
You name it.
Even people's backyards.
So maybe you could give listeners a little taste of the types of music that you would play, and like you were talking a little bit about the influences of people that you've listened to in the past. So could you describe it a little more clear, in full?
Well, we've been influenced by a lot of the old blues and country and gospel acts. I can name people: Gene Vincent, Chuck Berry, Brother Joe May, Sister Rosetta Tharpe,
Brother Claude Ely,
Reverend Claude Ely,
yeah,
or Brother Claude Ely.
His brother.
Plus, there are a lot of influences that you may not hear in the music. Like Malcolm and I grew up in the 50s and 60s. The Beatles, the Stones, the Kinks. There's also the punk thing, so the New York Dolls, Iggy and the Stooges, the Ramones, the Sex Pistols, the Clash. You may not necessarily hear that in the music, but it's definitely there. It's a driving force, and it's part of the energy of what we do too.
And so, would you say that different crowds react to the music differently?
I think sometimes in younger crowds they're a little puzzled because they haven't heard that kind of music. And even in older crowds are not used to hearing a music that sounds old-fashioned on the one hand, but it's also really visceral on the other hand. We get reactions from people. We get very positive reactions. People feel things that they don't usually feel from music, particularly a duo. We make a lot of noise for two guys, and there's We've got loud and louder, I believe, are our two modes, and we get people moving. So it's and the whole gospel angle introduces an enthusiasm that you don't really hear. There's a spiritual element to the music, even whether or not you share the sentiment in the lyrics. There's a spiritual element to the sound of the music that lifts people's spirits, and we've been told that specifically by people who just are pretty amazed by it.
Yeah, you know, most of the time when I've heard you guys, it's been in almost exclusively, I think, outdoor venues. So I wonder if you could just describe the difference as we're talking about the way people react to it, the difference between those outdoor venues and when you guys play a club, because it must be very different.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that it's a very primal music, and it kind of hits people in the gut, and whether they're indoors or outdoors, I think they react to it. So I don't know if the venue really matters.
We played for church crowds, and just this past weekend we played a bikers convention, and everybody seems to have the same reaction.
So how often do you start looking, or do you look for new music, and how do you know if it's going to work out with the way you play, or do you customize it so that it will be right for your group?
You know, I think sometimes I'll just hear something and I know it's something that we should be doing. That just happened recently. I stumbled upon a song by a guy named Brother Claude Eli called Ain't No Grave Gonna Hold My Body Down. And the minute I heard it, I said, this is a sensational country blues wonders song. And I worked it out in a couple of days, and I got together with Malcolm, and he dug it, and you know, we rehearsed it a couple of times, and we're playing it now.
There was also a situation where we were invited by a club in Brooklyn, the Way Station. They invited us to participate in the Salute to Sweetheart of the Rodeo by the Byrds, which was a groundbreaking album where they also went back to roots music, and they did country and gospel and some R&B related stuff that they turned into country. We were given 3 songs. We really didn't have a choice, did we? But they were the right 3 songs, and we learned them, and they're part of our repertoire now.
Wow, cool.
Broaden things out. So you know, sometimes these things happen by accident. You know.
Yeah, fantastic.
Happy accidents.
Yeah.
All right, so when are the next gigs coming up?
Okay, I got my list
There's
here.
one tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. I'm sorry.
No.
Thursday.
We're at the Way Station Thursday, September 25th at 9 p.m. This weekend we're at the Hamilton Park Barbecue Festival on Saturday, September 27th at 2:30 p.m. Sunday, September 28th, we're at the We the People Constitution Day celebration.
Right,
That's here in Jersey City.
right.
Artemis Cemetery.
Right, and Sunday night we're at the Sidewalk Cafe in Manhattan, September 28th, 9 p.m. Station on Thursday, October 16th at 9 p.m. Mojo Lounge in Jersey City, Friday, October 24th. And we have a new venue, the Tara Hill Irish Tavern in Manhattan, Tuesday, October 28th at 9 p.m.
And so where can listeners find you online?
Okay, we have a Facebook page. We have many videos on YouTube.
And they just search the Sensational
Country Blues Wonders.
And they'll find you on Facebook.
And we just opened a Twitter account as well.
Awesome.
So.
All right, thanks.
Cause if you let them ride, they want to try and drive, don't let them ride. Don't let them back you down. No, no, don't let them back you down. You let them flag you down, turn your soul around. Don't let them ride. Don't let them be your boss. No, 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 no. Let them be your boss. You let them be your boss, make your soul be lost. Don't let them ride. Let them ride with you, try to tell you what to do. Don't let them ride. No, 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 don't let them ride. Don't let them ride. No, 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 don't let them ride.